Hey everybody, this is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this is your weekend forecast for April 7th and 8th, 2018. That is Saturday and Sunday. I hope everybody is doing well. I want to apologize if you can hear the lawnmower. Uh, I tried to wait them out, but apparently they can go a lot longer than I can, and trust me, they have been at it since this morning, so I just said, hell, can't beat them, join them. So again, I am using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake. And I am just loving this deck. The moon is currently in Capricorn. This one seems like it wants to be seen. So we're going to start five card spread, starting with the self, taking the center of the reading. We're going to cut cards. The next card is going to be for work and responsibility, whether that be your daily task, your job, your projects that you have pending, all that, any responsibilities that you have is going to be included in the work card. The next card is family, as I like to call it. I'm going to have to move these in close because I'm not talking about it. The next card is love and romance. And the last card is spirituality, your connection with the divine. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the center card, which is the self. This is who you are this weekend and the role that you play or the energies that you project in regards to all of these surrounding things or whatever it is that applies to you. That card is the Nine of Wands. So, I guess for whatever reason, maybe there's so much going on around you with all of these things that you actually feel you feel like you're in some sort of fight. You may even feel trapped by all of these things that are going on. Maybe you are trying to engage in work and take care of family, still have a romantic life, a social life, and deal with your spirituality, whatever your practices are, trying to get in touch with that or trying to figure out what it is that you want to do spiritually, whatever that is. It seems like you may have all of these things going on simultaneously and you're feeling a little beat down, a little beat up. And because you have so much going on this weekend, you may feel like that it's a bit of a fight, and you may feel like that there is something coming for you, even though it may not be. And I can totally understand the anxiety, considering that with the Eight of Wands, it was all of this information that came in, all of this energy. If you go back to the Eight of Wands, it's 8 wands in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot that shoots through the air. And then, I guess with all of that having gone on, by the time you get to the Nine of Wands, you may be a little pooped, feeling a little defeated, a little beat down, because that was a lot to do. That was a lot going on. And now you are looking around trying to see when the next situation is going to come in. What's the next task? What's the next problem? What's the next request? Who wants to see me now? Those kind of things. So, let me say though about the Nine of Wands, you may have had a lot of things going on, a lot of irons in the fire, but this is an opportunity with the Nine, because it is about completion, to wrap those things up. So for work, we have got the Star card reversed. And you know what? I saw this card earlier as I was just sitting here handling the cards. And this is the first time that I've seen the Star card since I've been using this deck, because I still haven't just sat down and gone through every card in the deck. And I thought this deck was beautiful anyway, but I saw this card and I completely fell in love. Yeah, I like this deck a lot, and I love the way there are no borders. If you notice, and it's like the picture just flows off the page. They wasted no space. I love it. Anyway, so you might be feeling a little bit hopeless and vulnerable, and this card is about vulnerability as well. I just said you may feel like you're waiting on the next thing to come in. Feel like you might be in some sort of fight. So I think that this supports that you may be feeling vulnerable, especially in work and when it comes to your responsibilities, things that you are responsible for. Um, I think there's some sort of feeling of being depleted, defeated, and maybe not feeling like you can balance things, or wrap your wrap yourself around doing everything that it is that you need to do. Let me mention that the star card is the 17th major arcana, ruled by the sign of Aquarius. The next card, which is the family card, is the Four of Wands reversed. So, Four of Wands is generally a positive card. It's about people coming together, and generally, it's, the marriage. But in this deck, it doesn't appear to be a traditional coming together, not in marriage. But it could be a marriage of the minds, a marriage of the energies. This looks like four women. Um, so this is home and family, and it is also reversed. I just think that this says, even so, at work you got all of this going on, your responsibilities outside of the home, and inside the home you've got all of this stuff going on, and maybe you feel like you just can't handle it all. There's a lack of the coming together with the energies, that could be beneficial in getting everything done. So, this is kind of like, oh God, I just got off work. What am I going to have to do when I go home? It's just too much. It's just too much. I just feel defeated. That's the way that I'm feeling about that. Just slow down. The card of the day that I pulled, that I posted on Facebook and Twitter. Twitter was the Knight of Wands reversed, and I even said then that it was just doing too much, too many irons in the fire, and I'm with this weekend forecast. It seems to be carrying on into the weekend. You gotta find a way to slow down. The last card is Love and Romance, and it is also reversed. It's the Queen of Swords. And so what this says to me is that as you feel burdened with all of this, all of these responsibilities, all of these things, and you're feeling beat up and defeated, it's going to make you cranky. You could become pretty bitter and resentful because you feel like you're not getting any help, or it's just too much on you. So you become angry, you become bitter, you become snappy, um, not being tactful with the way that you communicate with other people. So spiritually, let's see if there's a place to escape, because it looks like we're gonna need it this weekend. We got the death card reversed. Yeah, all of these, with the exception of the Nine of Wands, you're still in the upright position with the Nine of Wands, but you got these two major arcana flanking you. So, the universe is bigger than we are, and you are trying to complete things. You are trying your damnedest. Um, but as far as it looks like there's something that you are hanging on to spiritually that keeps you from making a change, or or there's some things that you're doing that, see, and this is a spirituality card as well. So I just kind of feel like you're trying to do it all by yourself, and there's a need for you to switch things up and find a way to, whether that's meditation, um, exercise, whatever it is that you do to find a stronger, happier place to connect. I feel like that you're not doing that. It's like you're not necessarily taking the step away from the world and connect with the Almighty. It's like you just, at this point, you're not taking that seriously. All you can see is the things that you need to do here in 3D, and not taking the time out to go to a spiritual place, to go somewhere and redefine yourself and transform yourself, transform your ideas, transform the way that you handle things and speak to people, transform the way that things are going on in the home. This says to me that you're going to keep doing what you've been doing, at least over the weekend. This is just for the weekend, so let's not panic. We still have time to change things. I just feel like it's too much going on. You're doing too much. You're trying too much. You're only one person. And at the end of the day, you're not going to your spiritual place. You're not going to your quiet place to just try to get answers and get that connection with the divine. You just kind of refuse to do things that way. And with that being the case, it's keeping you from, you're not transforming your internal, so it's not allowing you to transform your external. So that's the way I see it, guys. And I hope to talk to you guys. I hope to talk to you again on Monday.